Oh, going to hell, going to hell. Oh. You notice I developed a method of saying some of the most vile things that can be said without ever having to worry about being censored. Off. We pretty much have our own urban dictionary going on. I've had some confusion with some past episodes of Redonkulas.com, and I'm trying to clear that up today with Poppular Mechanics. So pull out your pen and paper and be prepared for some Pop 101. Pop culture, go. Yeah! As you know, I always talk about the slot A, slot B, slot C, and peg D. This is the first letter of an acronym. The first one for slot A is ass. The assisted, super stupid. Because normally no one knows you're stupid until you open your slot A. And then everyone knows you're stupid. Slot B, back under taint. Boom, there you go. It's just that simple. Slot C, can't understand normal thinker. All right, you can spell it out yourself. I'm not gonna say it here because it is what it is. Peg D, which is a deployable inseminator carrier kit. Works off hydraulics. We all know how that works. Yeah! Now, these two models like to upgrade. We can talk about that here. The open option position. Boom, there's a little stick diagram of it. Because both options, both C and B, are stacked basically millimeters apart. And you can take your pick. Things get a little slippery. Going 100 miles an hour. And next thing you know, her face looks like she shot out a puppy. My bad. Now, if you're an XY cross wire, you bend them over into the only option position. You take part in the ass-gina. Whatever, I mean, we got to talk about it because it does happen. Sorry. I go over here to peg F, which is your foot. Figuratively, you know, the peg F goes to the slot B when somebody needs some motivation. And sometimes you might run off at the slot A and put your peg F into your own slot A. Happens all the time. I've done it myself many times. Usually apologies ensue. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then we move on to the lint trap slot X. And that's where the belly button basically becomes so deep it becomes its own orifice. Those two doors of amazing fat that slam together and trap all that moisture in a sauna of stink. Put a Capri Sun straw in there and drink it out. I don't know, it's nasty. Water their plants. I had some people have some confusion when I do the 75331. It usually takes place after 32. Second and third marriages fail with greater percentages. And usually the first relationship's is 7 years, second one's 5, a couple of 3s, maybe a 2, and then a few 1s, and then they're usually done. They run the clock, game is over.
You suck at life, the whole world hates you, you're going to hell, live with it. Game over.
But what can I say? You did it to yourself. Pin puller, and that's those fat girls in disguise who are basically holding it back, waiting to get married. You know, the ones that you walk down the aisle and say I do, and then they blow the fuck up. Edit that out. Boom, they go right from first to third stage of female development overnight. Do not pass go. Do not collect your $200. And by all means, do not stop at the drive-thru on your way home. Diarrhea mouth.
Hi, I'm Stacy.
That's a good one. Basically, when somebody runs off at the slot A, either assisted or unassisted, we use this one quite often. And when you see this graphic, it means simply this: nonsense. Pure nonsense. Dignity siphon. All right, this is happening to a lot of guys shacking up with women who have kids, getting married for a second and third time. And it's basically how I describe the systematic destruction of your manhood. She pulls your dickie and you wind up paying all the bills. Quite barbaric. It's like a slot machine. Mangina. Mangina. Basically labeled a man in name only. They have the equipment, but they don't know how to act or what to do with it. Mangina. Some of you are upset by that. I don't care, and I still stand by that episode. Please watch it. I'm sure you guys will get a laugh at it or maybe give me some more hate mail. I got trolls who make fun of me and make videos. Winning. What are you gonna say? You gonna fight me? Fupa, which is the old term, fat upper pussy area. It's when that slot C's trying to make a fist. And then you got the fuba, fat upper belly area, which is really what that has become now. and men can get that also. I used the term Richard Salad a few times. All holes being filled at once. And the Richard Salad may or may not include the ranch dressing, if you know what I mean. But basically, that's like a swinger in the middle of a cock bowl. Got her in! Oh. Eskimo Brothers, that's basically where the lettuce, cucumbers, and tomatoes know each other for one reason or another. The Caesar salad is just too lumpy, I guess. I don't know. Yeah! Slingback effect. They go back to the well when they know the water's run out. After they've dated, you know, the drug dealer and the abuser, and suddenly that good dude looks pretty appetizing. You didn't need him, and certainly they're not good enough for you now. Herpetogonosyphilis. Basically the after effects of a woman's reached 31 cocks or more. 31 cocks! Oh, not good for you. Herpetogonosyphilis. Yeah! Double shot and pills and no cure. And dudes, they can get some herpes on their seed pumps. And there's no condoms for that. HOE or HO, which is a horizontal orientated entertainer. If you wave enough money around, any woman will be your HOE. I'm just saying. Ex-wife, which stands for expatriated wife, indignant fornicator entertainer, which is basically what happens to your ex-wives. I think there's a special aisle on Home Depot or Lowe's for those women who find themselves in that situation. They can get a revolving door for the front door and the back door. They're coming and going as fast as they can in there, so literally and figuratively. That's just so messed up. Pimp tart is basically the mark of a wife-stitute. And usually that red dot right on his wallet. And the wife-stitute is basically the woman that marries strictly for money and then divorces, cleans the dude out. But I loved him. Whatever, get out of here. You were a nanny, for God's sake. Slewer. Which is a slutty hooer. You don't really have to pay for these. We all know who they are. We've run into them quite a few times. And some of us make that classic mistake of raw dog in the slewer. No. Slag, which is a slutty hag. Basically, it's a cougar or puma plus, 5 on a 1 through 10 chart. There you go. Then I got a slow hag, slutty old hag. Those real older women that really have no business doing what they're doing, but they're still doing it. Herpetogonosyphilis. No. And when I use the smoke and poked, I'm usually talking like the 2 to 6 years after a woman gets out of high school. I think I'll take the Richard salad, but hold the dressing because I brought my own. Boom beer me means did a good job. All right, earned a beer on that one. All right, thank you all for coming down this memory lane of some pop culture. And don't forget to subscribe, because if you do, I'll give you the most important piece of advice there is. Hit it, quit it, park stop it, neutral slam it, run it through all the gears, and leave it on the lot where you found it. Right in Section 8 housing. And it wouldn't be a piece of pop culture without one of these. Yeah! Boom. Beer me. So pull out your pen and paper and be prepared to take some notes for some pop. Pop.
I'm not a pop.
Now, what's that? A plane has to fly over? And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Because if you do, I'll give you the most peace.